Oh. Hello and welcome to Good News Gaming. I'm Lewis the Good News Gamer, and this is my unboxing and displaying of my Link Archer Amiibo using a Hori display case. Now I've had this Amiibo for a couple of months now, but I didn't open it because I didn't have a case for it. And these used to retail for $8, but they don't anymore. They're upsold online for $16 to $30. But I found an eBay seller online selling them for $10. That being said, let's begin. So here we are with the Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild Link Archer Amiibo. Before I unbox it, I wanted to explain that when I started getting these Amiibos with my Wii U and Wii U games, I was deciding whether or not I was going to open them. I didn't know where I was going to display them, so I kept them packaged up. And then I looked to see what people do if they take them out of the box or they keep them. I know I wasn't going to keep them in here indefinitely, but I saw that some people would keep them in there, and then because there was a gap in the plastic, they would try to get in there and remove the protective foil that kept it from scanning, and that way they could keep it in the box and still scan it. I saw another person that would just open up the package from the bottom and keep the cardboard and this all intact, but they would take out the Amiibo. And I said, well, I'll do that because I want to keep the cardboard intact, to keep that picture. That way you could still store it like this even if it wasn't sealed. So that's what I'm going to do. I actually will not tear it. I will actually open it from the bottom. And usually there used to be a gap here, but they went ahead and filled that in. So I will have to cut here and then down the edges with the X-Acto knife, and that's just how I unbox. I don't tear the cardboard. So we'll get the X-Acto knife and we'll get to cutting. So the first cut is going to be right down the bottom. Okay, so now there is a nice gap right there, and then the next part is I'm going to cut from the front bottom corner all the way down. Well, I guess I totally messed that up. I cut the cardboard, but let's see if I can go ahead and fix that. It's pretty hard to do. I did make the cut, but I kind of poked the attack of the cardboard, so it's a little loose, but hey, you know what? It's cardboard. We're after the Amiibo. So go ahead and I'm going to cut this side too. So get it right in there, right into the corner, and then I'm just going to go straight down. So I went ahead and I cut all the way down, and again I hit the bottom of the cardboard, so it's a little loose on the back. I broke it, but you know, at least the picture is still intact, but whatever. But bottom line is that means the bottom is now open. I can make a flap and open it up here, flip this out, and then just pull out, and there we go. We have Link out completely. Ooh, look at that. That's nice. There we go. In case you ever want to store it again, you have the package completely intact. But let's move that out of the way and look at the Link Amiibo. So there he is. Really cool looking. That is pretty cool. And that's the first time I've seen his shield, because I couldn't see it in the package. Typically, I find imperfections in Amiibos. I couldn't find anything with him really. Yeah, no specific paint splotches or anything. Just looks really good. And I'm about 90% sure that this arrow is going to fit in the case. So a little thing about Amiibo imperfections, I don't buy them online. I buy them in the store so I can check for imperfections. And I'm going to show you a little bit about that right now. So for example, when I got the 8-bit Link amiibo, I would notice that a lot of them, the shield was messed up. The cross was really mispainted and splashed out. It wasn't a nice straight line. This one is excellent. The Master Sword looks great. Of course, you can't see this in the package, it's in the back. This one does have an imperfection, but it's right here on his belt. You can actually see this is discolored. And you know, that's like a little bit of, but every other angle, it looks pretty great. So I got a really good shield and he looks really awesome, 8-bit Link. Another amiibo I had an issue with was finding the Splatoon 3 pack. The girl was the one that was tricky because she has the long tentacle hair. It's a separate plastic piece and I would find it sort of like, see the line right there would be not always, there would be a big gap, or this wouldn't be flush even. If I feel it, feels a little uneven, but it looks great. And the gap is minor. So this looks really great. Yeah, the color is fantastic on the shoes and that. There is one problem. There is some paint on her splatter shot. And if that was like the color of ink, that would look really cool, but that's not. It's the color of her gun. But you know what? It's fine because it still creates that effect. And you don't really notice it from the angle that she's standing at. She's kind of has the gun pointed away. That's how she's supposed to be posed. Another one that is very minor, but I was really glad. This one very intricate, Bayonetta 2, and very good. I mean, the detail in all these, you know, in her guns, on her face, it's absolutely great. I don't see any issues. You can see everything they designed. The one thing I noticed when I was packaged was that, I don't know if this is a defect or not, but you can kind of see the inside part of her shoe is that silver trim, and wasn't sure if it was supposed to go on the outside. If you look at her back shoe, you can see it's much more contrast, that silver, where here it's very faded, but that's fine. But actually, prepping for this video, I actually noticed that she does have some spots on her bottom thigh, like if she like sat on a chair with gum, but whatever, you know, this looks fantastic. Really captures what you get from, you know, Bayonetta 2, that non-stop action. So I don't remember how I heard about these Hori boxes, but I think I just researched how you could display Amiibos, and this popped up. This is an official Amiibo display case. Of course, this stopped retailing in 2017, so you have to find people online that still have the new packages. And I save these boxes too in case I need to ever transport Amiibos. So here we go. And this is the case. It's got, I don't know if you can read that, there we go, Amiibo, which is the side I display on. But if you'd like to give Hori credit, it says Hori on the other side. So these are really nice because it just clicks open. It clicks in place. You can lift it, even with the Amiibo in there. So let's go see if Link will fit in here. Now I'm setting him diagonal so his arrow will fit. Ooh, that's going to be very tight. That might not work out. So unfortunately, Link's arrow does touch the side. I can't think of any other... Actually, what happened was, see, the Amiibo side is supposed to be the front, because if you notice, the Amiibo is set farther back, and if you see, if I set him in the correct way, his arrow will fit. And he's got a little bit of room, so I'll just adjust him one more time. And there we go. His arrow does not touch the side. And then we have Link Archer cased up, ready for display. Very nice. Look at that. Nice action shot. Look at that shadow. Now these cases are designed to allow the Amiibo to be scanned from underneath. And it does work with the Wii U gamepad. I have not had success on the Switch or the Switch Pro controller or the Joy-Cons. I don't think I've tried the Joy-Cons because I don't know if it's because it just needs to be so flush or the sticks just stick out so much, because I think the Wii U gamepad, it can be a little farther from the reader, but I think with the Switch, the Joy-Cons, it might be a little more sensitive. So again, these Amiibos come out nicely from here. I don't like to pull it because I don't want to create tension from the base and the figure. I always just push from right here and they come right out. Let's take a look at Zelda. There's Zelda on display. Very nice, very nice. I've already had this Zelda before and I had her cased when I got her. Again, I didn't find any imperfections finding this one. Her nose is a little soft. That's just the design of the figure. You know, without the cell shading, you can just see that her face is a little, you know, soft. Eyes a big feature. The hair, a big feature. That prominent style. The Sheikah Slate just has the trim. It's deactivated, no actual screen there. But very nice. So there we have it. We have courage and wisdom. That is pretty good. Very nice. So we'll go ahead and just put them back in their display cases. So there is Link, Archer, and Zelda on display. Now, a special note, I did not get Rider Link because that one, the horse was more prominent and Link was covered in a cloak and you don't even see his face. His face is not even detailed. This is the only proper one we have, an action shot. If there was one of him standing with the Master Sword, yeah, I would get that one. But seeing his championship tunic and his quiver, his ancient arrow, his shield, looks really good. So there we go. Unboxing and displaying Link Archer Amiibo. Thanks for checking it out. So what do you think of the Link Archer Amiibo and the Hori display case? While we're at it, how do you display your Amiibos? Do you keep them in the package and put them up on the wall? Do you just open them up and put them on a shelf? Do you display them in a glass case for collectibles? Or do you use the Hori display case? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching this video. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. For Good News Gaming, I'm Lewis, the Good News Gamer. And until next time, keep it clean. Signing out.